The rain hit like static on the windshield, sharp, uneven, relentless. Darren Holbrook hated driving in weather like that, not because he couldn't handle I'd done convoys in Afghanistan through worse, but because in Pineville, Missouri, drivers got jumpy, especially when cops got bored. After 11 hours hauling freight across muddy backroads, all he wanted was to kick off his boots, microwave leftovers, and hear his fiancée's voice instead of engine noise. Instead, red and blue lights flared in his rearview just past Hemlock Road. He didn't panic, never did, but his first thought wasn't what did I do? It was please don't let this go sideways. Darren clicked on his dome light before the officers reached the car, just like his dad taught him, make your hands visible, make them feel safe. 2 cops approached, drenched in rain and adrenaline. The short one, Officer Rick Vaughn, had the authority in his walk. The tall one, Officer Delaney Moore, had a flashlight already stabbing through the raindrops. Darren kept both hands on the wheel and said evenly, registration's in the glove box. There's a licensed firearm in there too. Not touching it. Vaughn didn't blink. Where exactly? Right next to the papers. Black holster. It's not chambered. Moore didn't wait. Make it quick, she snapped. Darren moved slow. Intentional. His right hand inched forward flat, fingers open, and he never touched the gun. Just as his fingers grazed the edge of the folder, Moore barked, too fast. Then came the crack. Glass exploded. Pain bloomed in Darren's leg. He didn't remember pulling his weapon, didn't remember aiming, just years of training kicking in as he opened the door, stumbled out, and reflexively fired toward the pavement, not the officers. Defensive. Instinct. That's all. Another shot followed. Then boots. Then cuffs. He lay on the soaked asphalt, blood pooling beneath his thigh, the gun already dropped, palms open. I'm hit, he gasped. I'm not moving. But Moore's voice cut through. You pulled on us. Vaughn twisted Darren's wrist back hard, and the cold concrete slapped his cheek. I told you where it was, Darren murmured. You shot first. They didn't care. The paramedics arrived minutes later, arguing with officers to remove the cuffs. The EMT's voice was quiet but firm. He's not running anywhere. As they loaded him onto the stretcher, a young officer, not one of the shooters, walked past. Their eyes locked. Darren whispered, I didn't even touch it? The kid didn't respond, but he didn't look away either. By the time Darren's fiancée, Misha, reached the ER, the news had already twisted it. Man opens fire on police during routine traffic stop. She stood shaking in the hospital lobby, hearing phrases like aggravated assault and suspect in custody while the man she loved bled behind a locked door. What the news didn't mention? That Darren was a decorated Army veteran with no criminal history. That he followed protocol to the letter. That he spoke calmly, moved slowly, and still ended up cuffed to a hospital bed. The footage hadn't dropped yet. But the still frame had a blurry image of his arm reaching toward the glove box. No context. Just enough to make him look guilty. But Pineville wasn't as asleep as the department hoped. Eyewitnesses spoke up. A woman in scrubs said she saw the whole thing. A teenager had it on video. And the footage? When it finally surfaced, it showed everything Darren said was true. He warned them. He moved slow. The gun was untouched. The shot came before the danger. Still, the department dug in. The officers feared for their lives, the chief said, barely hiding the shake in his voice. But not everyone stayed quiet. A civil rights attorney named Vanessa King took the case pro bono. No press theatrics, just sharp questions and a demand for the full video. The community split fast. Some backed the badge, others held vigils. But when the footage dropped, when people heard Darren's calm voice, saw the deliberate motion, and watched him get shot anyway. Something cracked. Charges were dropped. Quietly. No apology, no accountability. Darren didn't call it justice. That paper means nothing, he told Misha, holding the dismissal notice. They still saw a threat where there was a man. Now he walks with a limp. Sleeps light. Keeps one eye on the rearview even when he's done nothing wrong. And when asked what he'd tell others? Be honest. Be clear. Do everything right and understand it still might not save you. So what do you think, was that fear, or was it something else? Was he lucky to survive or unlucky to be seen as a threat at all? Drop your thoughts below. Let's talk about what justice actually means when the truth comes too late.